All right, good afternoon. Thank you for coming. My name is Chris Morrissey. I lead communications for the Windows Servicing and Delivery team. We're those kind people that bring you Patch Tuesday and 2 feature updates per year. So what we're going to talk about today is the long-term servicing channel, or which we just call LTSC. I had a great question here a minute ago. Is it the same thing as LTSB? Yes, we changed the name from long-term servicing branch to long-term servicing channel. So we're going to go through here today and talk about what we designed it for, like it's not just the pros and cons, but what we really designed it for and to be used for. But to understand that, you first have to kind of understand Windows as a service a bit and think about this in 3 different chunks, or what I would call like device user cohorts. The first one is on the consumer side, if you think of consumer devices. So right now, Microsoft Windows acts as the IT admin for all these devices for consumers. And we're talking about hundreds of millions of devices. And as updates, feature updates become available, we roll those out as fast as as is safe. If you think about this last update, the April update, we rolled that out pretty fast as safe, using machine learning this time. And with that, we looked at a whole bunch of different parameters, and we would keep moving forward, offering it to more devices as we felt the users would have a good update experience. Now that's important to understand is, we want to get these new feature updates and these new features into the hands of users. Now when you think about that and juxtapose it with business users, they typically also want to go pretty fast, but they want to make sure it's all validated. The new features they're getting, which they want to be secure and have new functionality, they want to make sure they're validated. And part of our process and why I'm doing this presentation is there's a communication element here too. We blog and communicate extensively on this side how the rollout is going and the quality. And that's giving some signals here, and then organizations can pilot and test and then feel comfortable and roll out as fast as they're comfortable with. And again, we call that the semi-annual channel. That's twice a year. And that makes you the most secure when you're up to date on that in both cases. And once again, it's go at your own speed. Now we have a third cohort, which is really specialized systems. And that's where LTSC comes into. So these are, think of it, system-based solutions, kind of software/hardware-based. A good example is if you have air traffic control tower, an MRI device, you're like the Navy on a submarine where you don't want to have new features, you want stability, and you want stability for a number of years. So the difference here is this is a 10-year support cycle, and these guys over here are 18 months, and now we just announced, you may have heard, that our fall updates are going to have a 30-month update cycle, support cycle going forward. So that's kind of the difference, and a way to think of it for Windows as a service to start. Why do we have LTSC? So the key thing here is there is no new functionality. What you see is what you get, but that's because you need that for that particular scenario, that particular use case or solution. One thing I'll point out here too is, this is done through Windows Update here on the consumer side. Business users can use Windows Update for Business or WSUS SCCM. And over here on LTSC, you can control the monthly updates you're going to get for security with SCCM, Intune, or third-party MDM. So now if we go in here and say, okay, that's all understandable, but what's the mix in my business? How should I be thinking about Windows as a service? And what we call the Windows Insider Preview branch, the semi-annual channel, or LTSC. So the Insider Preview branch is really for a small number of people in an organization. You think about the IT pros, some devs, maybe some key business owners, app owners, and the idea there is to see what's coming, what new features, what new functionality, test that out. And we start putting out the WIP, the Insider program releases 5 to 6 more months before, as we start building things up and going through so people can test that out. So that should be a very small number of people. The vast majority of workers with the semi-annual channel is for information workers or general workers. And this is because these people want to benefit from the regular feature updates. They've done their validation. That's where the vast majority of folks should be, so they get those new features. And the long-term servicing channel, once again, should be very much only for specialized systems where it's a solution-based thing, so it's a small number of people. Because remember, you're not getting any new feature functionality, and I'm going to explain what that actually means when you think about the difference between semi-annual channel and LTSC. So key attributes, it's really for when you don't want that features and functionality to change. You want a long-term life cycle to promote that. We're going to take out any features that need regular updating or are driven by cloud services. So think of things like Cortana or Edge. They're not going to be in there. And as I said, examples are MRI machines, submarine, that type of a thing. And once again, targeted limited use scenarios, and because they're usually a system solution, they're going to be probably made or crafted by an OEM or an ISV or a system supplier, a system developer. And they're really not intended for information workers because you're not getting the security enhancements. People make changes in apps or whatever, or ISVs, you're going to have limited support there. And a really key one is, you're not going to have peripheral support for new peripherals. So once that date we release the LTSC on, anything that comes after that in terms of hardware, peripheral, silicon, is not going to run on the LTSC because it came later, because you're not getting feature updates. So that's a very important consideration as you think about your use of LTSC going forward. So if we do a comparison here of some capabilities or attributes between the semi-annual channel and the long-term servicing channel. So once again, the recommended scenarios, information worker, frontline worker, Salesforce, the semi-annual channel, specialized things, like I said, air traffic control, MIR, CAT machines. You're going to get the latest feature updates on the semi-annual channel. You're going to get none over here. Support for new hardware and silicon, you'll always have that with the semi-annual channel because it's Windows as a service. You're always moving forward. And we're going to make sure that those things are going to be compatible. Here, that's not the case. So like I say, if there's new silicon, a new generation of silicon that comes out afterwards, you're going to have to think about the implications for your devices or solutions on LTSC because they won't be, the new silicon won't be supported. First-party browsing choices. You don't get Edge. You only have IE11 on LTSC because Edge is a modern browser. It's going to require feature updates and that connectivity to the cloud. Another big one, office workers generally use productivity suites like Office Pro Plus. That is not supported on LTSC. The only version of Office that will be supported on LTSC is Office 2019, which we've just announced. And that's available now for enterprises. Then going forward, that will be available for other users, Pro and Home SKUs, in the next couple of weeks. But you're going to have limited functionality with Office 2019. There's no OneNote, there's no Teams. You know, it's a limited version. Surface hardware. Surface hardware is not supported on LTSC. It's supported on the semi-annual channel. And the reason for that is Surface hardware is really designed for info workers, for general workers, because we're going to be updating a lot with a lot of new functionality. If you think about Surface Studio for drawing, it's not really meant for an MRI machine. So you're not going to have that. Both will support both versions, both semi-annual channel and LTSC. Win32 Office capability, ability to load some universal apps. You're going to get regular monthly security patches, of course, for both. And the difference here is you get either 18 or 30 month support, depending if you're on the spring or fall release. And here you're going to have 10 years support. So that's kind of in a nutshell. So those considerations, if we go through them again and maybe look at them a little bit different way. Office Pro Plus is not supported. So there again, LTSC should be for cases you're not using it for productivity workers. It's for a specific scenario. You're never going to get any new feature updates. So depending on your scenario, that's very good if you want stability and long-term support. For an info worker, that's not what you're looking for. It does not include Edge, Cortana, Store Client, OneNote, Store Apps. It doesn't include ink support nor camera. They maybe can side load a camera app, but it's not going to come with those out of the box. Because once again, these are the type of apps that need to be feature updated on a regular basis, and that's not what this is for. You're going to have IE11 as your main browser, and the limit with that is you're not going to get any new features or new web standards. That's what it is. There's no Edge here. And this is a really big one. Again, I can't stress it enough. There's no support for new devices or new silicon, no Surface hardware. And the implication of that is then you're going to need to make sure for that 10-year life cycle that you're going to have, you can get access to peripherals, hardware, whatever you're going to need, spare parts, to support that for the life of that usage on LTSC. So that's why I say it's for a very, very focused use. That's, you know, it's fit for design that we made it that way. And we look over here and you think about all the different versions we've had now of Windows 10 since we first launched it with version 15.07. And these are kind of the unique new features you could say that were on top of Windows 7. So if you look at 15.07, that was the first LTSB we declared. and then a year later we declared 1607. You can see we basically, the incremental part, basically doubled the feature set. And now we're going to have one 1809 that'll be out in the very near future. You can see how many more features are added in. So we're probably going to do an LTSC about every 3 years. That's going to be the cadence for these things. So you really want to be, how would I say, focusing on the actual use case for these. Because that's a lot of big difference there in terms of features and capabilities as we keep moving forward. So what do we have right now in terms of existing versions? So we have the 2015 version, 1507, supported till 2025. That was the first one. Then we came out with a second one in 1607 in 2016, and that'll be supported through 2026. This next one, the coming one, which we're going to be calling Windows 10 LTSC 2019. The reason we're calling it 2019 is that's the same thing we're calling Office 2019, which is their longer term, more perpetual version, and also Server 2019. So these things all kind of line up. That will be out in the very near future. It will come out the same day that the other versions of SAC, the semi-annual channel, will come out for 1809. And that'll be supported for 10 years till 2028. And there are a couple things here. All the features in that new release of 2019 that is in the semi-annual channel will be in this LTSC, and then like I say, they'll be fixed, and that what you see is what you get going forward. You can update for 3 if you're on an earlier version of the LTSB to go directly then to the 2019 LTSC. And here's something interesting. If you do put some devices on LTSC and you say, hey, I really want to have Office Pro Plus, or I need these other updates, or I need Edge, I need inking, you can get current directly to the semi-annual channel. You can flip over, and we call that a stay current or a get current motion. Because the whole idea with Windows 10 is get you on Windows 10 and then have you stay current by moving forward. So you can move then from LTSC directly to that latest version of the semi-annual channel. So that's kind of an overview. So like I say, unless you have a very specific scenario, we strongly recommend and encourage that you use the semi-annual channel. And if you have a very specialized scenario and having it fixed for 10 years with no new functionality, then LTSC might be right for you. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the question.
The update to service SAC, is that free or are there licensing costs?
So,
Yeah.
sure. The question was, is there a licensing cost involved in upgrading from LTSC to SAC? LTSC is only available in Enterprise Edition. So when you're upgrading to SAC, you're already on Enterprise Edition. So there's no extra licensing necessary for that.
Any other questions?
Does the same basic apply for their life cycle for Server 2019? Is that going to be the same with 2016 for the long-term channel?
Server is a different animal, right? So Server 2019 should be released roughly the same time, not the same day. There's not going to be any kind of upgrade to their semi-annual channel of Server. They don't do it that way. So in the past, we had a way to install one way, then install the desktop experience, then remove the desktop experience. We're not doing that anymore. It didn't make any sense. It rarely worked. We're not doing that anymore. So either you install it as Server 2019 or you install Server 1709, 1803, 1809. Yeah.
Any other questions? Well, we'll stick around here for a while if anybody has any, come up and see us. And once again, thanks for coming for Ignite. Thanks for coming here. Take care.